Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast. It is a Friday. We're feeling good and vibrant. Or are we? January blues are hitting me, Joe.
What's that mean?
I just feel a little bit sad.
Do you?
I do. I feel a little bit sad. And it's not just me. Ethan James, ladies and gentlemen, you feel a little bit sad, don't you, Ethan?
Miserable.
And I think it's because, like, are we all miserable in January? That's what you reckon, isn't it?
Well, I think...
Are you sad?
No, I've come out the other side.
Really?
Yeah. The saddest day for me is when the clocks go back. When's that in, like, October, November,
October,
whatever?
and then March.
So when the clocks go back is the worst day for me because all of a sudden it gets an hour darker at night.
Yeah.
Instantly. Overnight. We was doing like 5 minutes a night from like, June the 21st or whatever. And then all of a sudden we get an hour at once.
Yeah.
Then it becomes like winter.
Yeah.
But the thing for me is every day after that is actually the nights are getting longer.
That's true, actually.
Do you know what I mean? So I've got to the point, and this week we've had a few really clear days, haven't we? It's been cold, but there's been sunlight. And I think that this whole January, my blues come between the clocks going back and the shortest day of the year because we've lost an hour overnight, and yet the nights are still getting shorter.
What do you think?
That kills me. But after the 21st of December, it's all uphill, baby. It's all uphill.
What do you think my saddest day of the year is?
Whatever the day after. So let's say, you get your chocolates on Easter Sunday. Probably finish them by Wednesday. Probably the first Thursday after Easter Sunday.
It is the Wednesday after Pancake Day because I'm a year away from having that joy again.
That's so annoying, isn't it?
So annoying.
If you could, you would shrove, 7, 8 nights
every day of the bloody week.
You'd be shroving twice a week, wouldn't you? Minimum. Every weekend.
Every weekend. Can you cheer me and Ethan up then?
Well, just think about this. The nights are getting longer. Yeah? So every day you leave work, or wherever you are, every day you leave work, you're closer to that first night. Do you know, in that first night when you leave work, you go, the sun's still up.
Yeah.
And that is a day. And then all of a sudden, and the best period of the year, which isn't that far away, it's a couple of months away, do you know when the clocks go forward?
Yeah, that's nice.
And then again, you've got that same gap. So between the clocks going forward and the 21st of June, which is the longest day, you get an extra hour like that, instantly.
Yeah.
And the nights are still getting longer every night. That is the best time of the year, that is unbelievable. Because I've realised the blues isn't about the temperature, because I've been so happy this week, because it's about the light. Do you know what I mean? It's not that it's dark. It's not that it's cold, it's that it's dark. If you just get a bit of light.
Do you know the sun we see is 8 minutes old?
No, it's not. That's the stupidest thing you've ever
the sun we're seeing now, the sun we see in the sky, that happened 8 minutes ago.
That's closer to the truth.
He's stunned by that, Ethan.
Well, yeah.
I like facts like that.
I think saying that the sun is 8 minutes old is quite
I've misworded the fact. Do you like facts like that, though?
Oh, I like real facts. I love real facts, yes. Give me another.
Well, I listened to a radio show, right, where is
that a fact?
You call up.
I suppose it is.
And you call up and you go, you have a mystery. It's called Mystery Hour. And you call up with a mystery, and other listeners then hear your mystery and try and answer it. So one person called up and said, do you know when we see the sun, like when it goes and disappears, has it already disappeared? Then an astronomer called up and went, 8 minutes ago. Mad that, innit? And someone called up and said, do you know when you cut into a pepper? Yeah. The air inside that pepper, where's it from? Is it from the country it was grown, or is it from...
The fridge.
The fridge.
That's really good, that.
Mysteries.
That's good.
It's a great listen. Listen to this podcast. We're great. But I might, it might bring a mystery to you each week.
Do you remember that man who made a living out of selling air from different countries for hundreds of pounds?
Yeah.
That was a right scam, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that... What was the world's biggest scam? Was it that?
Do you remember? I tell you one I can think of, and it wasn't even a scam. By the end,
the post office.
People were getting into it. Do you remember that bloke who, when like early 2000s, when websites were just first hitting? Do you know when it went from being like a little sort of geocache or whatever to being like you can put pictures on and like moving GIFs and stuff? And that bloke sold every single pixel on the page. There's like 1 million pixels on a page.
Yeah.
He sold every single pixel for $1.
What?
So you could go and you could buy a pixel, and then you could, within that pixel, you could colour it. Also, if you wanted to make a little logo, you could buy 30 by 30. So you buy, you know, however many that is. You could 270 pixels. You could buy it and do a little logo. So then people would buy it, and then different companies would buy it, and they'd sponsor. And in the end, he sold the entire web page worth of pixels for like, well, millions. I can't remember how many pixels there is, but there's like 1 million or so. And he sold them all, and people bought them, and he made £1 million.
Were you ever into the NFTs when they were big? Oh. That was fucking... I didn't go anywhere near them. I got excited a little bit because I thought, oh, here we go.
I think the NFT might be the most pathetic low point in human history.
Nah.
I think it is. No, as a society, I think it's the worst we've ever been.
No.
What about the plague?
Yeah, what about the Holocaust?
I'm watching this show on BBC called... I'll just move on. Called The Traitors. Are you... Ethan James. Ethan, put the camera on you.
What's it about, Joe?
What, the Holocaust?
No, traitors.
Oh, the traitors. So get this right. I'll move on. Watch it if you fancy watching great television. Do you like reality TV?
I don't bloody mind it, mate.
What's your favourite? Like of all the different ideas, Big Brother, Love Island.
The quiz shows count as reality TV.
No. Why? Which one were you going to put forward?
Pointless.
Pointless.
Favourite. But in terms of,
pointless.
In terms of your proper reality shows, I used to love Big Brother growing up. You know, those early seasons, like year 2000 onwards.
Would you be good in it?
I used to think I would. Now I would get too annoyed at people.
I think
I get really
cause a stir. Well, you might get the people's vote. Traitors. Let me tell you what Traitors is. It's in its second series, so it's still carrying that wave of like everyone's excited about it. Like when Big Brother was first about, everyone was buzzing about it.
Yeah, Love Island used to be like that.
Millions of viewers every week on the BBC. You've got 16, more than that. You've got 20 different people all sort of living together. In an amazing house in Scotland.
Is it closed off? They can't come and go?
No, they have to stay, though, in the nighttime in individual lodges so you can't, like, communicate. And in those 20 different people, they all sit around a fuck-off table like this every night, like that, and they close their eyes and put their head down. And Claudia Winkleman, national treasure, she went round at the start of the whole... she went around at the start of the whole like experience and tapped 3 people on the back.
Duck, duck, goose.
And them 3 people are the traitors. And what they do is they have to mingle with everyone, be just with everyone, but one by one try and kill all the other members off.
Kill?
They meet together in the night. No, physically kill. There's no violence. Although that would make things a bit more...
And Winkleman would be loving that.
Winkleman would love it.
I mean, let's be honest. What happened to Forsyth? Do you know what I mean? You stick around Winkleman long enough. He ain't presenting strict anymore, put it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? Yes, he was 97 years old, but, Wink murder and all that. Winkleman murder. But
it's full of, it's just great telly.
So it's like that game that, it's literally like a little parlour game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a parlour game.
Where everyone has to close their eyes, and if you wink at someone, you've played Wink Murder.
Yeah.
And if someone notices you winking... then you're out. Is it kind of like that?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but instead of the actual physical wink element, so everyone's like looking out, they meet in a secret little lair at the end of the night and they all decide who to kill. So if you're good enough...
So the 3 murderers go and meet?
Yeah, get together and go, right, who should we pick off? Right. Well, this person doesn't link anyone back to us. And then what they do, they kill someone off and then they all meet again in the evening. Everyone, not just the traitors, everyone. Yeah. And they all argue about who the traitors are.
I can't believe it.
It's you. You've been dead sly. You've been doing this. I think that you're going to kill off it. And they all have an argument. And they vote someone off. Brilliant telly.
So what happens if the first 3 episodes they guess all the traitors?
Well, it'll be unbelievable.
How many traitors are left now?
All 3. Yeah, they were allowed to add, so three were picked at the start. I know, I ruin it. No.
Well, can I ask you a couple of questions here then?
Forget that.
Does each traitor have to kill a person each?
No, they all meet together and decide on one.
So the remaining contestants, are they told whether the person they evicted was a traitor or not?
At the
point of
end, get
eviction?
this. Oh, it's so good. So they have a big debate with all 20 of them round a table, including the traitors, but obviously you don't know who they are. And then they vote someone out. Clive's gone. Clive gets to stand.
Innocent.
Clive gets to stand up by the exit of the door, say a little statement, can't give out too much away, and then tell everyone if he's a faithful or a traitor. And some of the mic drop moments where the guys go up there and he's been arguing all day that he's a good guy and they all vote him off anyway, and he gets to reveal he's a good guy. And those guys, I'd milk it, me.
Yeah.
Claudia Winkleman would be annoyed by me by the time I reveal.
You see Win coming behind like that.
Guys,
You don't know whether that's because you need to hurry up with that or whether that's how long you've got left before she...
gone. I'm a good guy. Boom, mic drop. Bang.
How do you think you'd do on that, Ethan?
Yeah, I'd win.
Yeah, I think I think Ethan would be sensational at this because if I was a traitor, the difference in how I would act would be so stark compared to if I was a good guy. If I was a good guy, I'd be chatting all the time. I'd be trying to work out who's the traitor. I'd be really like forensic.
Yeah.
And if I was a traitor, I'd almost ignore the entire program. I would just be a completely different person where I don't want to draw attention to myself so much. Like I'm terrible at poker and stuff. Because
Or are you?
Because I only bet when I've got a hand. Because I get too scared to bet otherwise and I feel like nervous. Ethan, I think, would be a phenomenal liar.
Could be a traitor now. Could we work for another podcast?
I always pretend. I'm always hiding something.
Have you faked ever having an orgasm?
He does it while he's wanking. That's how deceitful he is.
To himself?
Yeah.
Have you ever, Ethan? You must have done once.
I think it's harder for men to do that. If I was a girl, I would. But I'm not a girl.
Unless.
Yeah.
How do you think you'd do?
I'd just get, when I get nervous, I laugh a bit.
When you orgasm.
Oh, I laugh a loads when I orgasm.
Oh.
When I go to when I get most nervous, like on funfair rides, you go to Alton Towers.
Do you get nervous on rides?
Oh, but it comes out in pure laughter.
Does it?
And it's exhausting actually.
Yeah.
Because I'm nervous, but I'm not shitting it. I'm just pure panic laughing,
Giggling
along. That oblivion is that everyone around me must be fucking fuming.
They must think you're an absolute psychopath as well. Just cackling as you get into a roller coaster. So you'd be thinking he's removed just enough bolts that this is part of his sort of end of life plan, and we're all going to fly off into the water here. That's what I'd be thinking. If I got next to you and you, as the thing's coming down, I'm getting off. I'm absolutely getting off. I'm not having
Would you want to... Dying on a roller coaster wouldn't be too bad, would it?
It would be.
No, it would
It'd be great.
Dying.
Of all the ways to go.
Of all the ways to die, Ethan, what's your way of choice?
Oh, I'd definitely go for old age.
No, it's got to have a little bit of jeopardy in
That
it.
doesn't count.
Old age.
my
You have
choice.
to pick one that's like not just in your sleep. Everyone wants in their sleep.
I'd probably pick Geneva. I'd be in control.
Wow.
It's fucking bleak.
Imagine getting him just sort of slurping out of the pod after they open the tank.
What about a natural disaster? Which one would you pick?
Oh, great question.
Would you pick tornado?
Something about being flung sort of 300 feet in the air, but it's quite exciting, isn't it?
What a rush.
Through someone's conservatory.
Carbon monoxide poisoning.
That's not a natural disaster.
Yeah. What happens to you then?
Choke.
No, you don't actually.
You don't.
I think you just pass out.
What do you do? What about being attacked by an animal? Which one would you say?
Well, wasn't it you that said that drowning is the best way to go? But then everyone responded saying it's one of the most painful, hellish things on earth.
No, we were doing this on a Trevor Paddock watch along, and I mentioned it. That drowning is probably pretty good for you. The euphoria of
it's pretty good for you. It's like a juice cleanse. Have you ever seen people do I'm not going to eat anything for 48 hours or whatever. I'm going to reset the body. You'll just drown yourself for a few minutes, won't you? To death, and then come back from that.
The maths on it was 1/8 of an orgasm.
Yeah, but a sneeze is 1/6 of an orgasm.
No, it's not 1/6. How's that gone up?
Or 1/10.
Inflation.
What is it now?
How's sneeze gone up to 1/6?
1/10.
I think it used back in my day, a sneeze was only one.
I think though because the pollen count is only going up, I think that the sneezes are actually more exaggerated these days. I think they count for more. I think they're 1/6 now. But I'm not. I don't want to drown. That's terrible.
What would you go for?
If you had to pick anything, I want instant. So I want 2 planes hitting each other in midair. Do you know what I mean? I don't want a plane to come down. I don't want the plane to come down because then you've got that like fucking things dropping, everyone's screaming, having to. Do you look at your loved one or do you just sort of go your own way? And then, the fallout of that, if you do happen to live. You didn't even look at me when the plane was landing. And I was fucking dying. I didn't know. You snog someone else, all these things. I don't want that. But just 500 miles an hour, 2 planes, just absolutely corrugated like that. I'm just a paste in a fucking flick of a light switch. I'll take that. That's not bad as well.
Tsunami's bad, isn't it?
Tsunami's rough.
That's horrible, that.
Yeah, one of the worst. You've picked one of the bad ones there. Although not the most deadly natural disaster of all time.
What is it?
It's a flood in China. I think turn of the 20th century killed 1 million people.
No. What about
Don't say the Holocaust again.
Noah? That was the greatest flood of all.
Noah.
That's true.
Noah and his ark, which is why it's my teacher, my physics teacher, told me at school.
Physics as well, not even an RA.
Which is why, even though the Earth isn't as old as scientists claim, why fossils fossilise so quickly, because a massive flood pressurised them all around 6,000 years ago.
Where did all the rain go from the flood?
Drains.
No, so it's all in the centre of the Earth, is it? Like a big water balloon? Drains.
Well, what's this one in China? Where did it all go then?
You might have to Google it, Ethan. Well...
Drains.
But then they go back they go back into the sea. For a giant flood to come and raise sea level by thousands of metres across the whole world, that water has to have come from elsewhere, doesn't it?
That's why we've got more clouds these days than we did back then.
That's a good point, yeah. Barely any clouds in the sky when old Noah was knocking about, was there?
None.
Do you know apparently the Earth can't get heavier?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Why do you think?
Like,
So
why is there loads of us, right?
So if you think if we keep building loads of buildings and heavy buildings, the Earth's going to get too heavy?
No, but what I mean is like people, they're heavy.
Yeah. Where do you think people come from? Outer space?
Is the sperm.
Yeah. And then what sort of makes people bigger?
Food.
Right. Where does the food come from?
The ground.
Right. Was that already there? That weight of the food that you ate?
No, food's grown as well.
Where does that come from?
Water.
Where does that come from?
Yeah, but you know, I'm not having it that we're not heavier. 6 billion. So are we the same? Are we the same weight?
So let's say,
are we the same weight as we were when there was just 2 people, Adam and Eve?
No. Because we've grown.
We've grown. I'm not having it. That was another one on mystery. I was saying, we think we're like the Earth's not heavier. And I get certain amounts of it, but you can't tell me when there was just 2 heads kicking about on Earth, and now there's 8 billion of us
and also,
that we're the same weight.
Also, in Jesus' day, the maximum height was 5'4".
Yeah.
Apart from
Goliath. What happened to you if you got over that?
Goliath was 9 foot odd.
Immediately.
Goliath was 9 foot.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We used to have all Goliaths in that knocking about. They were imagine that. One Goliath is about 6 Ethans. Let's say there's, 10 Goliaths in every town.
Yeah.
Probably don't,
He'd be getting snapped
not
up
to mention
now,
all the
Goliath,
Davids. Also, I mean, obviously, what you're saying is utter bullshit, of course.
No, you're lying. But you can't convince me that just 2 humans on Earth, and we weighed the same as 8 billion people.
Okay.
There's some heavy people
We've got rid of the trees, though. We've cut them all down. We burnt them.
Not all the trees.
So, the Amazon.
But right, so I'm letting you two just play out here, obviously. You know that it's nonsense, though, don't you?
But why? Because you can't convince me of why.
Because okay then. So let's just follow your logic here.
Yeah.
Where do you think the extra weight came from to build the humans? Where did that? So let's say Earth is a sort of a relatively closed thing, isn't it? People aren't just drifting off and coming back in all the time. If something comes in, it's like an asteroid, which, in the grand scheme of things, weighs nothing. Where do you think the extra weight came from to build all the humans?
Right. So say I have a broccoli a day.
Feels like you're not going to answer my question here, but go on. Say you had a broccoli a day. I mean, maybe the Earth would weigh a little bit less if you did. By your logic.
You're tight. That's fucking too far, that. So you're saying you're happy with that fact that we're the same weight?
Well,
Are we the same weight? Are we the same weight right now?
Yes.
You're lying.
Answer the question I asked
You're off
you.
your head.
Where has the extra weight come from to build all the humans?
We've grown.
No, we've grown isn't extra weight,
No,
is
but
it?
you have to think about Joe. Say
Which Joe are you talking about here? Because I am not the one who needs to think about anything.
So say a chicken lays all those eggs. How many eggs do you think a chicken lays out a day?
I don't know, let's say 3.
Google how many chickens there are in the world, Ethan.
But the
Every day.
But the material that those chickens' eggs are made from didn't come from space. It came from the food they ate, which was grown on Earth.
How much food are they eating?
Fucking loads.
Really?
Obviously.
That much?
We don't. So what are you saying then? Chickens just inflate with gas pumped in from fucking Jupiter.
I'm saying we are heavier. The Earth must be heavier.
It's nonsense.
wow,
No. How many chickens are there?
33 billion.
33 billion times 3 eggs. Are you off your head? You think 99 billion eggs are weighed a day, but we're the same fucking what?
Although chickens are all the same gender, aren't they?
Yes.
99
right, just answer my
billion
question.
eggs a day, and you're like, oh,
where
we're
do
the
you
same weight.
propose the weight has come from?
No, they're not. There's hens.
What are you talking about? What?
Anyway,
I just think.
Where do you think the weight has come
science,
from?
Like
No, you
our
can't say
cells
science.
growing and stuff like that.
but they don't grow. Everything needs fuel to grow, doesn't
well, you
it?
need a bit of sunlight. That's from outside the Earth.
Yeah, but that doesn't weigh anything.
Cars don't grow.
Oh.
That isn't even a point.
Oh.
That's the opposite point.
Cars don't
okay,
grow.
perfect. Car's a perfect example. The metal to make a car comes out of a mine, doesn't it? The rubber to make a car is chemicals made from oil, which comes out of the fucking floor.
I can't believe it.
Everything in a car, everything in a human, everything in a chicken, everything in an egg comes from the floor in one way, shape, or form.
No.
Maybe it's easy for you to understand. But you can't tell me, Ethan, that there's 99 billion eggs a day and we're the same weight
Maybe you're right.
as we were yesterday.
Maybe you're right.
Go on, Ethan.
What are you going to do? Get your PhD out?
I'll get the 1 out of 10 club ready. What were you going to say, Ethan, before I move on?
Well, I was just to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I think though that there has to be, the weight is constantly changing. Because if like 2 million years ago,
Yeah.
I don't know why I picked then. Sorry, let's say when there was like a couple of billion people.
Okay.
And then now we've got the point of 7 billion people. And like there's always like babies being born, and then day by day, there's people being born more than there are dying.
Yeah.
The weight has to be ever increasing.
Yeah, right. For anyone at home who's watching this, they're just learning for the first time these things. So don't get your knowledge or information from don't even get it from me, because I can't even explain it particularly well. But we all, don't tell anyone what you've heard here, because that was absolutely barbaric, honestly. What are you looking
Right then, I'm trying to find the name of the person who suggested us today's 1 out of 10 club. He's called Tim Maggs. What?
It's called.
He's called.
Oh, right, sorry.
What did I say?
So I thought you said it.
So Tim Maggs is on our Discord, and you can get on the Discord, patreon.com/SloppyJoesPodcast.
We've got a Discord.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, that's nice.
Are you ever on it?
Nope, didn't know it was a thing.
It's pretty good. Great banter every Tuesday. It's called Banter Tuesdays.
I love it.
Tim Maggs, I asked for people to suggest a 9 out of 10 club healthy edition for the show today. Tim Maggs suggested what I think is a 1 out of 10 club healthy edition.
So he thought it was 9.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this, Tim. But you see them a lot and it's a meal deal offering as part of the snack element. And I do wonder who gets these. But ladies and gentlemen, as we have our healthy edition of the 1 out of 10 and the 9 out of 10 club, I bring you
not hummus.
Just a boiled egg. And don't worry, Ethan, you have your own packet. Come over here. Come over here.
Want them.
Right.
Now, just a boiled egg. Come over here.
This is amazing. I hadn't seen this.
Boiled egg.
There's 2 things I love about the pre-packaged boiled egg. One is what is always an overly inflated box.
Yeah, why is that?
It makes me think that the eggs are leaking gas. It's like some sort of weird nitrogen or something from the eggs, because it's like, you can see the top, it's like domed, isn't it? You can see that.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So are the eggs leaking gas?
I don't know, but they're leaking liquid. Have you seen the bottom
And
of
the
them?
second thing I love is that juice there.
Oh.
So it's like the mozzarella juice. You see, you can just
I'd rather drink
see that
mozzarella
little juice there.
Oh my god.
So I'm going to open it, and the best thing as well, the tradition is you've got to get hit by that wave of gas and just pop it and smell it at the same time.
Do it.
No, I don't
Oh,
want
it
it.
sprayed on me.
Oh,
Ethan, open it like Joe just did.
I don't open it like that.
Ethan, do it.
Ethan, do it.
Don't want to.
Ethan, it's a podcast and the viewers
Sniff
want you to
it.
do it.
Oh, it smells
He's already
horrible.
opened it. So I'm going to go straight.
By the way, phenomenal job for anyone who's opening.
Oh, don't, Joe. You're fucking horrible.
Phenomenal job for anyone who's for the load of listeners. Joe just put the whole. No, turn his mic down. He's gonna misbehave. He's gonna misbehave. He's gonna misbehave. Oh, I spilled egg juice on my laptop.
Oh,
It
God.
fucking. Turn his mic down.
No, that was
said
the worst thing I ever heard.
You have to cut
I've
out.
turned it
You
off.
have to bleep it.
I've turned it off.
He said a word.
He's off.
He's off for a little bit. He's misbehaving. Fair play for the egg. How they get the shell off these eggs? That's an amazing job.
Are you eating fucking hard-boiled eggs with the shell still on? Because you can't get it off?
No.
So why are you giving him credit for getting the shell off?
Because they've done it so well. Sometimes I'm like, fucking ripping it off,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. Could do a bit of salt, couldn't it?
Oh,
Some pepper.
No, I don't even know if I can
Bit
eat
of
this.
mayonnaise.
reminds me of my mum.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
The smell reminds me of your mum even.
No. Oh. For some reason, the hard-boiled egg, I don't know why, it reminds me of being about 5 years old. But I eat a lot of hard-boiled eggs.
Hey.
But the reason I eat them is because they're usually covered in sausage meat and breadcrumbs. Because I will have the Scotch egg as part of my meal deal.
You're lying.
I fucking love them. Here's what you do with a Scotch egg.
Cold Scotch egg.
Yeah, like most Scotch eggs everyone eats are cold.
Oh.
Here's what you do with the Scotch egg. Here's a tip. You bite a hole in the top of the egg. So now you've got like a crater with an egg
Crater?
sort of a crater in the sausage meat with the egg exposed. And what you do is round the edge of the egg, you squirt in mayonnaise and then loads of hot sauce on top. So now you've got an egg that's sort of almost got like a mayo and hot sauce kind of buffer. And then you've got the sausage meat, then you eat that. Absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. What's up with that?
Back to the egg in question today.
Do you not like eggs?
Oh, I love an egg. But cold and boiled. Are you having me on? Are you having me on?
How would you have an egg?
Mate, I'll have eggs. I love eggs, but
Yeah.
it's got to be hot.
Yeah.
Give me a hot egg. I'll
Or
have a
Easter.
hot boiled egg. Easter. Love eggs. I'd have.
Oh,
He does. He does love eggs.
I'd have them any other way, but cold and boiled. When we were suggested that,
Someone suggested that for the 9 out of 10 club.
we were saying like healthy snacks or meals, and someone
Okay.
said boiled eggs.
I like a boiled egg. I'm sorry, I do. I like.
You
I
can't-
like the sort of almost kind of synthetic, kind of plasticky, silicone-y whites, and then I like that dry,
It's so dry.
sort of golden snitch in the middle. Do you know from Harry Potter with the wings? Just one of them
Yeah.
pops in the middle. It's had all the magic taken out, and now it's just a dry, powdery sort of. You almost feel like you could put a brush in it and use it as some sort of makeup on your cheeks. It's so dry. I love the contrast in texture. I love how it dries your throat out. I love how it stops you from shitting. I love how it's just protein and very few calories.
How does it stop you from shitting?
Well, eggs bung you up, don't they? The bungers. They bung
shove
you.
it
They
up
bung
your
you.
arse.
No, you don't bung it that way. You bung it mouthways. But I just really like a hard-boiled egg, I'm afraid.
It's 1 out of 10 for me.
Is it?
It's that, yeah, 100%. Unless there's a lot of salt kicking about. A bit
More
of
salt than
pepper.
egg.
More salt than egg.
What do you think, Ethan?
I can't even touch it. It freaks me out.
You've not
you
even
bit it?
you've not even had an egg.
No, it scares me.
No, have a bite.
of it, you little knob. Come on, put it in your gob.
I just the smell.
You've
just
got
freaks
to
me
have
out.
it. That's
the
the
texture.
rules.
Bite it.
It's
Bite it.
so
Bite it.
Bite it,
Bite
Ethan.
it. Bite it.
Bite
Bite
it.
it. Bite it.
You can't give us
Go to your
Can I
camera.
rip a bit off?
No,
No,
just
no,
bite
bite the
it.
fucking
Bite an
thing.
egg. It's an egg.
Right, cut to your camera. Don't why you.
Big bite.
I'm really against this.
Big bite.
It's a fresh
an egg,
boiled egg.
man.
It
It's
just
not.
tastes like egg.
We're not trying to make you eat something bad.
Oh, it touched my lips. It's so wet.
Eat
Honestly,
the
it freaks
Eat
me
the
egg,
egg. We're not
boy.
finishing this show to
We're gonna
eat
have
the
to
egg.
cut this. I'll do this, and then we'll cut it.
No,
and I'll
eat
What?
the egg, boy.
Eat the egg.
Come on, boy, eat the
Eat
egg.
the egg.
There we go, lovely bit of egg.
Oof.
You ain't got any yolk there, go back in for the yolk, big boy.
I've had them through.
Go and swallow it, chew it up.
I can't.
Chew it! Listen, leave it. Stay. If you cut cameras, I'm going to be so annoyed.
You can't
Stay on
keep
your
cutting
camera.
cameras.
Eat it. What's up with that?
I don't like it.
What's up with it?
It's a texture, freaks me out.
So what you put? Are you putting in the 1 out of 10?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 1 out of 10. It fucking stinks in this room now.
Yeah, what are you doing? Bringing someone to change the smell?
No, we're gonna leave it there. Thank you very much
Oh, God.
for watching.
Have another bite.
No, I'm not. I don't like it.
Join our Patreon, patreon.com/SloppyJoesPodcast. Loads coming out. We've got some specials on the way.
Yeah.
And Sloppy Joes 2.0 is incoming.
Oh, yes.
Well, until then, bye for now, everyone.
Bye! Wave your little egg, Ethan.
Oh. See you later, everyone. Well, I look a bit funny there. I'll do that again. See you.